Hey guys, and welcome back to Skizzlecraft. Today we are going to be jumping straight in with exactly what I told you in the last episode we'd be doing to start the episode, and that is building the floor in this section. I have been working a little bit since yesterday when I finished recording that last episode. We've just been adding a little bit to the terraform in here. This section we did down here was actually stopped around this section, so I've just come across here and got ready to build a little bridge that goes over here, and this is actually the entrance to Hogwarts grounds. So this path here leads to, well, this is going to be the edge of our base, so this is the ending line, other than well, eventually I need to join the terrain up with the natural terrain. That doesn't really count parts of the base. But this is going to have the gates to Hogwarts around here somewhere. And that is the big gates with the winged boar statues next to it. And that's going to be down in this section, which then this pathway would, well, technically would lead to Hogsmeade, which I won't be building. But that's what we've got this section done here. Now this should have gone further down, but meets in with the natural terrain quite nicely. So I think it looks okay as it is. But I'm not going to be working down here just yet. We might end up doing a little bit of the terraforming today, the detailing of this, because like I said, we've only got the grass and the stone bits, so we need all, if we go over here, we need all these extra details to make it look a little bit more overgrown, and this is gonna, well, it's gonna fill the whole section, and then it's just gonna die down a bit and be less and less as we get towards the edge. But we do need to get that done at some point. But for now, we're going to jump straight in to getting this floor done. It's not a big project. It might take a while because, well, it is quite a large section, but we are literally just doing one flat layer. I'm not going to do anything underneath unless we decide to add farms and stuff underneath at a later date. This gives us this giant section here for building any farms we want, which I might actually see if it's possible to connect up, because we do have our little farm section over here. If we head down, can I reach? Nope. Let's try it once more. There we go. Anyway, before we got all that done, we built our super smelter in here, and then if we go down, next to that we have this little section I dug out for some basic farms. Now I'm wondering if this will be able to be opened up somewhere, because we've got this that goes down into a trial chamber, but this, as you can see, actually touches the terraforming between this part of the castle and the library annex. We had to actually change the tunnel a bit. These steps kind of came straight along here, so I had to move them back a little bit. So this actually goes underneath that, so it is quite possible that we could open this section up to the main part of the, whatever it's called, the main part of the mountain. But now, as I said, I want to get started on this floor. So this is the resources I've got. I need to kind of plan it out because there will be a lot of these blocks for the building, but I'm not going to be doing that just yet. It's literally just going to be the main outline of the floor and then the garden. So I think we'll just jump straight into a time lapse. Now the flooring's done, And I'm kind of lucky that I had so much coal left over from digging out the mountain, because I've just been around spamming torches because of the snow, which couldn't actually see anything. It was literally just a blanket of snow, which was kind of annoying. So I've just been around with all these torches. They will obviously will need to be removed as we get building, but we'll do that as we do each section. So once I do each section, it'll be the roofs that we have to snowproof, as well as these outside sections. Once I build this up, there's going to be like, I think I was putting a fountain in this section, and then maybe put a tree or two in here. Depends on the size once the buildings are around it. Because this is another one of those courtyards like we've got next to the Great Hall and over by the clock tower. So once this is done, it all needs snowproofing, but it didn't actually take as long as I expected. I mean, it did take quite a while, but because it's just flat, it's a lot easier to get it done. I was literally just going back into, well, you could see in the time lapse, I was just going back into doing sections. The hardest part was the gravel that I decided to use for the pathways, because yeah, I had to put the stone underneath, so I had to go around these sections and just put some extra stone underneath. But I've got some stuff here, some resources, which is a lot less than we usually do, and they're not even all full. So this is for the wall. I thought we can get the wall done today and not do another big building, and we can just mark out this area. If we have a quick fly up, you can see it a little bit better. You can actually see where the greenhouses are going to go. Now these sections here, if I had slow falling, would be a lot more useful. These sections here are going to be all the greenhouses, and then this section is the big area around the courtyard. So these are all the buildings and the rooms. But if we come over here, we follow, where is it? This section here, where I've marked it out with the bricks and stuff. This is the actual wall that goes all around. We need to finish this building as well. And then there's like a little tower thing here, which you can actually walk through to exit. I think I had it, you could walk through to exit here. And then it just continues around this direction, which is just more of the wall. And the wall's really pretty easy to build. It is only one wide. This side I've done a couple of pillars on, and then I'm just going to do it up to, I think it's about here I planned, because then this section here is another building. So I think we'll do the wall from this section up here all the way around there, that little tower, and then finish the building over there. So I think we'll get that done on this episode as well. It shouldn't take too long. I think we'll just start with the actual wall first, and then we'll do the other buildings after that. That part actually didn't take very long. It's literally just 3 blocks high, and then we've gone with the sandstone stairs with a couple of extra blocks around just to change it up a little bit. And I finished off this section of the tower. We head up here. I don't know why I stopped in that section. I was kind of doing it in a line and stopped part way, so we didn't get to the wall. Don't know why I left this bit off anyway, but this section's done. I just need to do the lighting. I've just shoved a torch in here for now. I do need to light up and snowproof this. The wall, because it is topped with stairs, so I don't need to worry about snowproofing that, except over there. I've done a little bit of a step up over there, because on the pictures, it looks like this is a little bit wider, and I think it's because it's connected to the building. So I've just added that there. I might do a layer of slabs on top of that just to make it look a little bit better. But for now, I want to get this tower done. It shouldn't actually take that long to do. There we go. We've got that section done now, which means the actual wall itself is complete. So I need to snowproof the top of this, but because it's glass, I don't really want to be using carpet, so I might have to go down to the spider spawner and collect some string. You know what? Since this episode, well, this build part of the episode is so quick, I might end up actually doing the spider spawner today, because I'm sick of that little room. I've basically just got 9x9 dug around the actual spawner, and then I just put a bucket of water in to push them over to me in the court so I can manually kill them. I need to do that proper one that we did in last season, where they fall down onto the magma blocks, and then we've got the minecarts underneath. So I can just kind of AFK to get string, because I'm using that much. It's driving me crazy. But the next thing I need to do now is to add bushes and stuff around this. Now I'm not going to go too far out. I might go a little bit more bushy over there where the pathway is, but I'm just going to go around and add some bushes and stuff to this section of the wall just to cover it up a bit because it is a little bit plain. And then we do need grass and stuff as well, which I have got some, but we might end up needing to go over to our little grass farm and collect more. So I've not done the terrain all the way down and very far on this. I've just done the first layer. It will need to go down with this and that section over there. So I think I'll do that another time rather than today, especially if I want to get that spider farm done. But we do need a little bit of greenery around this. Okay, so just been doing the terraforming, just cleared up. I've got some stuff I need to gather here. Every time I log on, there's more resources. Bookshelves, thank you very much, and some more stuff. Everyone seems to know exactly what resources I need, which is very nice. We'll just shove them down here for now. Still got a bit of cleaning to do later. I got a bit carried away with the bushes and stuff and went down and got another full shulker box of grass. I can't believe how much grass I actually placed just for that tiny little bit extra detail. But if we head down here, I did start just around the outside and got a bit carried away placing grass. I just wanted to go on to the next layer, but then it went to the next layer and the next layer, and then I started adding trees and stuff. So yeah, it's a little bit more detailed around here. I've not gone all the way down, but it is also lit up because being out here at night was a nightmare. So we've just gone down to here. This is kind of where I've stopped because, yeah, when I get carried away, I could have just kept going until I got to the end. And we just reached this ravine thing, which is going to be full of bushes. This is going to be really overgrown because obviously it's going to be, if you think about it, it's very difficult to clear out down here. So that's going to be very, very overgrown. I think I'm going to leave that for another time. Oops. Sleep the night away. So I think now this is done, I've got a lot of snow proofing that needs to be done. I used a little bit of what I had over here. Oops. In this section because we actually come out of the snowy area here, so none of this needs snowproofing. It literally just needed spawn proofing, which was so much easier. There was only really this corner you can actually see the difference in the grass colour where snow forms and a bit on the buildings. So I've been round with some string and snowproofed this, but I think I've only got like 2 stacks of string left in the storage. So when we get around to doing this, we're going to need a lot more because a lot of it I can do with lighting up, but not all of it because, well, as you can see, this many torches doesn't snowproof the whole thing. I know there will be buildings here as well, but yeah, I think if we can get like a shulker box full of string would be really nice, but that is going to take so long if I'm doing it manually, so it would be nice to be able to AFK. So I think I'm going to grab some magma blocks. I don't even actually know how many I got. Yeah, I'll need to go to the nether and grab some magma blocks, and then we can make some rails, make some minecarts, some hoppers, some chests, go down and actually make an AFK spider farm. I think it's only a single spider spawner, unfortunately, but it's better than nothing. So now I've got this area dug out, so all we need to do is place we need to place stone on this first layer, and then we need to place rails down, and I think I need to grab some redstone blocks as well for the powered rails. I think it's best to do this probably in something that's not normal stone, just in case I end up ever digging underneath here. I don't want to end up destroying the rails, so we'll just place this down. There we go, that's that place. So all we need to do now is to put the rails down along here. Now this is smaller than the full area that it could possibly be, but it's enough for what I need. save me digging and bringing more magma blocks. So I think I got redstone blocks in here. How many do we need? I think we'll just do a row down the middle of these. If we get rid of this block all the way across, then we can just go up and down. No. Okay, I'm not doing very well today. There we go. Let's put this away. And then we can just go up and down with the rails. So if we go along this way with the powered rails first. There we go, and that is all done now. I just need to block this up, oops, like that, and then we'll see if we can get out. I need to get my rockets first. I did make a hole in the glass at the top, so I should be able to fly through. Either that or I'm going to face plant and splat on the floor, but there's a minecart to pick it up if I drop my stuff, so let's see if we can get up. Ow, ow, oh, we got it anyway. There we go, and then if we get rid of these torches now, is that all of it? And then just put the tinted glass back up here. And this should be working now. So all we need to do is head down here. And everything should come up in this chest. Get rid of the kelp. And we can just hang around here and wait. Can actually go in here like this and watch them. Wait and see if they can spawn so we can make sure they die. Now they should die on impact. If there's any that don't, because like I know they can spawn one block below the spawner, which means they might land with like a one hit left, but that's what the magma blocks are for. There we go. So there we go. This is producing nicely. We're actually getting a couple of bones from it as well, not that much, but occasionally we do get a spider jockey spawning as well. It's not the fastest because it's just a single spawner. I don't think there is anything else under my base. I have been around lighting up caves and stuff and seeing if I could find possibly a mine shaft that might have a multiple spider spawner, but I don't think there is one under my base. We've got deep dark and we've got a trial chamber that overlaps the deep dark, and lots of caves as far as I can see, but that is all I've found. But this is still gathering string nicely, even though it's quite slow, but it just means that I can AFK here for a little bit. I don't have to stand and wait for it, and I don't have to stand here and actually manually attack them. So if I do this occasionally, once I've got a full chest, I can just leave it for a little bit. It's again some bones and stuff. We don't really need arrows, but it's not going to fill up with spider eyes like it will when I was doing it manually. So there's enough string for now. I have got a few stacks up the top as well. That is fine for now, so I'm just going to leave them in there instead of stacking up there. It's not the nicest place. I mean, I could come and decorate this, I guess. I started to with the deep slate bricks, but I didn't really see much point because I'm only going to be coming down here to go AFK. And yeah, occasionally one doesn't die. But then we've got the magma blocks at the bottom. You've seen all those stacks we had, but I've only once noticed a spider live long enough to climb the wall, and that was because it landed like right here. So as soon as it hit, it started climbing up the wall before it could take any damage from the magma blocks. But the majority of them die on impact or within the first fire tick, the first tick of damage. And the minecart is gathering nicely. We've got our little elevator spitting them up into the chest up here, and then we can just stand in this section and AFK. So that should help with all our snowproofing up on the surface. But if we head back up there now, we actually come out here in the middle of our terraforming. So I was struggling to find it. It took me about 20 minutes to figure out where the spider spawner was that I'd found. I knew I had an exit somewhere in the terrain, but I couldn't remember where it was. So now I've found it. I've just put a sign on so it makes it easier to find later. So I can just fly down and see from afar where it is. But that's the spider spawner done, which means once we get around to doing the building over here, we can actually snowproof the whole lot. Oh, I was supposed to bring some up for the top of this. This is the main thing that I needed it for right now. I'll do that in a minute. But it has been snowing a little bit, and that's not gathered any more snow in this section, so I think that's done. And I think that is all the building I'm going to do today. I need to go spend a little bit of time resource gathering as well. But I think that is where we're going to leave this episode for today. We are ready to go with building the next sections of the base. I can walk around out here without almost falling to my death every 10 minutes, which got really annoying. It's nice to see the actual castle area starting to look, well, like a castle should. If we fly up here quickly, you can see I actually updated the maps as well. Oh, because I've been trying to do these like once a month or something. So you can see the big difference from the 31st of July to the 28th of August. So it's not quite a month, almost a month. You can see the difference we've got in this section. And it looks a lot more than it actually is, because I know it is just one layer. But I think it's looking pretty good, especially with all the terraforming details down here. Looks a lot better than it did before. So I'm kind of happy with how the whole thing is turning out. Did we finish? I think we finished the terraforming down here as well, between these two maps. And it's going to look even better down here once the terrain is finished in this section. I think it'll actually head off the map, but I'm not going to do another row of maps. Just it's mostly water and not our base. So I think at some point we'll need to add these two. Hopefully just these two, and then I think the next row is partially our base as well. But yeah, the map's going to get quite big if we keep doing that. We might actually end up doing, I can't remember how you do it. Wasn't there a way to make a map use more space, make a map bigger so the pixels are smaller, but it's zoomed out? So I think it's like, I think there's a way you can get like 4 maps into the size of one. I'm pretty sure there was. I can't remember. But I think I'll need to look up on that. But thank you guys so much for watching. We are going to leave the episode here. So I hope you liked the video, even though there wasn't quite as much building as we normally do. I think it's looking good anyway. It's another step on the journey to getting Hogwarts built. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of how the base is looking so far. And leave a like, because it really does help the channel. And don't forget to subscribe to keep up with the next episodes of Skizzlecraft. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time.